tonight on this program. Do extraterrestrials exist? The answer could possibly be yes, as we will be joined by a being that claims to be an extraterrestrial who will be joining us via satellite from his supposed spacecraft. This being has no apparent name, so we will be referring to him as the Gray Alien. He is standing by now with us. Welcome to the national news program, Mr. Gray Alien.
For God's sakes. It's about time you let me on. I've been sitting here for over an hour waiting for you douchebags to bring me on the air.
Our apologies. Now our first question for you tonight is...
I swear to your false-spirited God in the sky that if you mention a question that has anything to do with my culture administering anal probes, you will get one personally involving my gray alien foot up your fat human ass.
Well, there goes that question. But what about many claims from humans that your kind literally abducts people right out of bed and are taken aboard your spacecraft to be experimented on?
Oh sure, blame is for all the fucked up behavior you humans do on your planet. Listen here, you gray-haired fat little bastard, a lot of that information is misinterpreted. With all the crap you humans go through on your planet with your idiotic social programming, you'd exaggerate over the most simplistic encounters. A being from another world who looks a little different than you could simply pop in to say hello, and your immediate response would be to scream your ass off and fetch your shotgun to blow us away. You humans are frightened by the tiniest things.
But that is not answering my question relating to what your kind does to human beings aboard your ships.
We play Scrabble and snakes and ladders with them. What the fuck do you think we do to them, you dumb shit? Look, there are forms of communication you humans are not aware of. And it is through this type of communication that gives us permission to perform visitations, not abductions as you dumbass humans constantly call it. You act like we mutilate or rape you on board our craft. That is something we do not do. You would be wise to look upon your own Earth government's fucked up black projects for situations like that. We intervene only by the contract permitted through one's energy. I mean sure, some humans have been good and partied with us as they're not as uptight as others. I've gotten drunk with humans on many different occasions together. Not to mention your earth weed is like a holy grail to us. Why you humans illegalize the substance is beyond me. But again, there's so much crap you idiotic bureaucrats do that would make an emotionless being drown himself and vomit.
I'm sorry, but I have a hard time imagining an advanced being such as yourself becoming intoxicated or getting high off marijuana.
Well, I also have a hard time imagining a fat bastard like you taking his clothes off at night not laughing at the size of his penis. Nevertheless, I digress with your lack of imagination.
And what is your race's plans for the future? Are you benevolent or are you hostile? Do you have plans to enslave our race?
You must be reading off a teleprompter written by a pair of assholes sitting back in their little booth, because your questions are getting more and more retarded. Listen, you moron, if we wanted to take over your planet and annihilate your race, that would have happened centuries ago. Let's face it, many of you aren't exactly the brightest knives in the drawer, especially back in your ancient times. It would have been as quick to dominate your culture as it is for you to wipe your ass. But you will be relieved to know that is not our agenda. Believe it or not, we are actually here to help you.
Does that help range from contacting our governments in the past to exchange technology with them so you could commence your abductions?
Only if you account exchanging technology that is the equivalent of baby toys. As I've said before, your world leaders are the biggest bunch of dumbasses I've ever encountered in over 1,000 visited worlds. Much of our technology was literally delivered to them out of our junk boxes. To us, they have apparatus we use to remove boils from our buttocks, sophisticated-looking bottle openers, and instruments to eliminate body odor. We handed these items to them believing they were able to open stargates and literally communicate openly with the universe itself. Through many of their idiotic satanic rituals, they hold up our boil remover as if to use it to open up portals to other dimensions. There are times where we even pulled pranks of them during their rituals, enacting the voice of their god, Lucifer. We ordered them to insert their thumbs up their asses and walk around the rest of the night, wiggling it around inside. Every single one of them did it with smiles on their faces. To say they are gullible and idiotic to their own ridiculous ways of celebrating a Dark Lord is the biggest understatement of them all. You have nothing to fear from us humans. It's the small clan of old farts that you call your oligarchs that you should be concerned about. All your fear generated from your culture, as well as distorted and retarded media like this ass clown I'm talking to right now, are all meant to keep you programmed and limited. If you want to join us in galactic community, you need to wake the hell up and evolve past such stupidity that you know is not true to you.
Well, that's all the time we have for.
Shut up, dickhead, I'm not finished. Remember humans, ask questions, pursue knowledge and continue to expose lies. It's one thing that jack-offs like this gray-haired fat bastard fears, and that's knowledgeable people.
We are out of time for tonight.
You know, I've always been sensitive about the whole anal probe remark, but if there's one person that deserves it, it's Mr. Gray-haired Jabba the Hutt over here. I will find the biggest rod that has as many protruding jagged and I will stick it so far up your fat.
Good night everyone, and thanks for tuning to our broadcast this evening. Remember, we are your #1 source for accurate news information.
About as accurate as this fat douchebag saying that he's still not a virgin.